Welcome to Psychic Insights, where pop culture meets higher consciousness and the tea is always a little bit mystical. I'm Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend, and around here we don't just watch the drama unfold, we read the energy behind it, whether it's celebrity scandals, reality TV, chaos, or true crime with a twist. I'm tuning in to bring you the intuitive scoop the headlines miss. So buckle up, because your aura's about to get entertained. Welcome back to my channel. It's Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend, and it has been a day in Laura land. Yes, I am talking about the Laura Owens case, because something big happened today. Our girl Laura was offered a plea deal, and we saw that coming, right? We knew that was happening. And not just that, we have an expiration date. So TikTok. It's April 24th. All right. Oh my God. You know, we've been covering this case. And now we have a turning point moment, and a plea deal shifts everything. It shifts leverage. It shifts ego, maybe. It shifts risk. And it shifts the entire energy of the courtroom. So today we're going to look at three things. We're going to do three things. Maybe more, but three. Okay, first I'm going to lay out what happened in the hearing. And then second, we're going to look at her astrology and her personality wiring. You might want to grab a glass of wine for that. And third, you know me, I pulled my cards and I asked a question. Is she actually open to taking the deal? I think we know. But let's get into it. All right, so today's hearing was procedural. It was set as a comprehensive pretrial conference, a complex case management conference. And for those of you new, Laura has 14 felony charges she's up against. But this hearing, there was nothing dramatic happening. There were no witnesses, no evidence, argument. I've been watching The Lincoln Lawyer. I love that. So no drama like that, sadly. But I do like the judge. I was a little fixated on him today. Anyway, but this is what happened. The state extended a plea offer this morning. And that's the important detail, because the plea expires on April 24th. And that's not random. When prosecutors put expiration dates on pleas, it's strategic. And it creates more pressure. And it forces decision making. And it signals confidence in their case. So like the next court date is April 9th, and the trial is currently set for late July. Oh, it's going to be a summer of fun, isn't it? And there's also a motion for protective order that was filed, and the defense hadn't fully responded yet, and the deadline for response is set at March 6th. So that's going to be coming up next week, I think. All right, so what does that tell us? Well, it tells us the state is moving forward. They're organized. They're ready. They're applying pressure. They're applying structure. They're not slowing down. And now Laura has about a month to decide whether she wants to fight this or resolve it. And that's the factual framework. So now let's look at the energy. All right, Laura is a May 14th Taurus. We hear her say that all the time. May 14th, 1990. And Taurus is a very specific energy. Taurus does not move because of emotion. I have a Taurus daughter. I know. Taurus moves because of survival. They dig in. They resist pressure. They hate admitting fault. You think? They will endure discomfort longer than most signs just to avoid looking weak. If a Taurus feels cornered, they don't soften. They fortify. And this is the key. You know, because this plea deal requires concession, acceptance of some responsibility, letting go of control, and Taurus hates the loss of control. So right away, astrologically, this is not someone who easily says, okay, I'll take the deal. This is someone who says, let's see if we can beat this. Now, that doesn't mean she won't take it. It means if she does, it will be because survival kicks in, not reflection, certainly not remorse, survival. Now let's get the cards involved, okay? So here's what I pulled. My first row, I pulled mountain, dog, and anchor. It's my first row. And then I have path, moon, and mice. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Okay, and then we went with the third row, which was house, coffin, and cross. All right, so let's talk about the first, the mountain. The mountain is immovable. This is Laura's energy, right? It's blocked, it's resistant. And then we have the dog, which is loyalty. It's an ally. Attorney energy. I was going to make a comment. I don't think I will. All right. And then we have the anchor, which is staying power, long-term commitment. The first row screams, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. She feels blocked, but she also feels supported. She's got support, right? So she's got her attorney, Gingy, and she's got her attorney for this case, who I really like. I think he's got some solid energy. He seems kind of like a mountain, right? But anyway, and she's anchored into fighting, right? So this does not look like someone currently prepared to accept a plea deal. And then we have the second one, which is, we've got the garden, not the garden, the path, which is decision. We've got the moon, which is reputation, public image. And then we have, well, that's her landscape, her emotional landscape. And we have mice. That's anxiety. That's erosion. That's stress, eating away slowly. The decision isn't about guilt. No, siree. It's about reputation. And mice tells me that stress is building, confidence is eroding, but it's happening gradually. And with this chick, it seems to just take forever. Not dramatically. And this is not a sudden collapse of energy. This is slow psychological pressure. It's like when I see her energy, I think she's just not in this current reality. Like she doesn't have a current grasp on what's actually happening. And I have my theories. I think she's been bred to believe she can get away with anything. All right, so then we've got the house. These are my psychic opinions, insights. So take them for entertainment purposes only. I think I need to remind people of that. Laura. Okay, then we have the coffin. Oh wait, let's do the house. The house, identity, the foundation, her personal world. And interestingly enough, her home is in foreclosure right now. So this is going to add to pressure. Where are you going to live? Might have some clothing provided for you. All right, anyway. I get snarky. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. Okay, so we have the coffin. The coffin is ending. And then we have the cross. And the cross is burden. Karmic weight. Something foundational in her identity is ending. Whether she takes the plea deal or goes to trial, an old version of her life is over. That part feels inevitable. And with the loss of a home, where's this chick gonna live? Like that's ending, right? So her whole identity, this I don't know, I want to say kept woman, like she's kept by her parents in the casita, seemingly provided all her needs and wants. That's gone. Her identity is going to be over. All right, so then I wanted to look at Carolyn Mace's archetypes. I don't know if you're familiar with her. She's not necessarily my favorite person on the planet, but she does do a great job with archetypes, okay? So if you've heard of Carolyn Mace, great. If not, take a look at Sacred Contracts and her work on the archetypes, which I find fascinating. So let's get into that, right? So we've got the victim, the saboteur, and the prostitute, which is in survival mode. And the victim will say, "This is unfair." The saboteur will say, I won't look weak. And the prostitute says, what do I have to give up to survive? And right now, the victim and the saboteur are dominant in Laura's energy. And the prostitute, the survival negotiator, hasn't fully activated yet. And that's why I don't see immediate surrender. I don't necessarily think that she's going to take this plea deal right now, because the energy says resistance, digging in, trusting her counsel, believing there's still a path to fight. And if she takes it, it would likely be late, like the last minute thing. And it'll be close to the expiration date. And it'll be under pressure, not empowered, and it'll be strategic. And if she rejects it, then we'll move into part 2, which we are absolutely doing because we love to do it, right? And so the next spread I pulled shows a sharp turning point later. So I'll be doing that next. So look for that. And that part's really interesting. So I want to be clear. This is an energetic analysis. This is an archetype reading. This is a psychological pattern mapping. This is my spiritual inquiry. And I'm so happy that you guys are along with me. This is not a legal prediction. And my energy just tells stories before the outcomes do. And right now, the story is resistance under mounting pressure. I wouldn't want to be Laura. We will watch on April 9th, and we'll watch for April 24th, and we'll see when survival overtakes the ego. And if you want part 2, where we look at what happens if she rejects the plea, drop a comment. And if you're new here, this is what we do. We blend law, psychology, archetypes, and intuition, because patterns don't lie. And again, ring that bell, like, subscribe, leave a comment. It helps the algorithm find me and find people that love this kind of content. And if you don't, I'm game with that too. Leave your comments. I love it. And I will see you in the next one. Oh my gosh, it's got to be a rough day for Laura. All right, I'll see you in the next one.